afternoon and welcome to Karlstad in Sweden. The old stone bridge connecting the town over the river. We are of course here for the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championships in Löfbergs Arena. Getting closer to the day when Olympic points are going to be handed out to a few lucky teams. And today we're going to give you a game from Group B, Germany against Finland. My name is Sara Karlsson, and right by my side, the man with all the facts, Sander Rölvåg. And here you see the standings of Group B. Finland on top, undefeated so far with 4 wins. Austria, Korea and Sweden all with 3 wins. Germany, Lithuania with 1, and Slovenia yet to pick up a win. Lineup for Germany is Rainer Schopp and Andreas Schopp, well-known curlers, and team coach Adi Giselhardt.
And lineup for Finland, we have also a veteran of the sport, Tomi Rantamäki, with Una Karlstad, no team coach for them. I'm sure Tomi Rantamäki has enough experience on his own. 2 players, of course, rules of play for mixed doubles, 1 male, 1 female, 6 stones per team. 1 is pre-placed before the end starts. You play 8 ends in mixed doubles curling, and both teams will have 22 minutes of thinking time each. You play stones 1 and 5, or stones 2, 3 and 4, and the players are allowed to switch positions between the ends, although we've seen them keep to their regular positions for the most part. Both players are allowed to sweep, and holding the broom is optional, meaning there's no need for a skip at the head. You could be anywhere on the sheet as you want. No takeouts until the 4th stone of each end, which means there needs to be 5 stones in play before we start hitting. And there's 1 power play option per team per game, where you can put up a corner guard and so on and get some stones in play, some points on the board, but we can probably explain more of that when we get to power play.
We sure can, and we will, as teams are just getting ready to start this very important game. Finland with a chance to move up to 5-0, which of course would make them qualify for sure. But it was Germany that had the best last stone draw, so they will have hammer. And Ona Karlstad will get this game started. What are they looking for with the first stone, Sander?
Well, it's a little bit different, of course. Before, we always played the freeze. Now with that stone back 4, you could still play the freeze, but you might see some teams just play this top 4 or just top the 1 foot. I think either option are good, but this one just bouncing off the red and kind of sitting in the open. So a tiny bit heavy there from Ona Karlstad. I'd rather keep that maybe top 8, I think.
Yeah, definitely all about controlling the front of the rings in mixed doubles. So here is Rainer Schopp. Playing the out-turn draw. And again, the option is to come all the way down to the stones back of the tee line, but ideal would probably be just in front, top 4 foot, find a good position to stay in control.
Rainer Schopp has skipped Germany at the World Curling Championships before, when men's play, back in 1988. And he's played a bunch of European mixed curling championships. And of course, coached Andreas Schopp for a few decades, really.
So this time Tomi Rantamäki. Also coming up a little short. And we now have a well-guarded 4 foot. Andreas Schopp for Germany would love to get a good draw into the 4 foot onto the tee line here.
Yep. Richtung. Hoch. Yep.
Länge ist lang.
Of course, Andrea Schupp also competing in the World Seniors this year, biking back and forward between the arenas. She said that it was no problem for her at all so far. Of course, being very active and fit, and so many teams, so there's not that many games a day. She manages to do both, and she also managed to put that stone on the button.
Suuntaan, tilaan. Nousu. Onks lujempi?
Takasini!
Nousua tarvitaan tosi paljon. Kilkkaa tätä vaan. Jop. Okay.
So just being called to sweep that in the end to make sure they don't catch enough of their own yellow. Still sitting second shots, Finland, but it's wide open for Andrea Schupp to get a second red one. Could sit two and behind cover.
Well, she's played pretty much everything, Andrea Schupp. She's played 19 World Women's Championships, 28 European Championships, and all in all, this is marking her 563rd international game in WCF competition.
I'm not sure what the highest number for international games are, but this should be close for a record. And it is Germany sitting two, even though that one may be a little too far out to the side to be absolutely perfect. It's certainly putting some pressure on Tomi Rantamäki. It's just the weight call here. Try to come to nose of the shot stone. Keep Germany to hopefully scoring the single. Be the objective if you're Finland. Trying to get this to curl as much as possible, but same mistake there. Won't get enough curl, just throws it a little too heavy. Still Germany sitting two. So if Andrea can get another one in here, it'll be absolutely perfect. Even coming up a bit short is okay, because it'll be very hard for Finland to get in for either shot or second.
Okay. Ja, komm! Ja! Ja, was geht? Ja, bis hin!
And looks like this is going to be really, really good.
Yeah, it certainly makes it hard for Finland to score now. 3 reds on the forfeit as we're down to the last one for Finland.
Voidaanhan me ratsaa noilla. Tosi täältä lähtee yksi pois, sit tulee riskiä lisää.
Niin.
Ja Aattu lavaa tohon.
Joo.
Una Karlstad has also played the World Women's Curling Championship for Finland twice, picking up 3 wins in those 2 years. And kind of pale in comparison next to Andrea Schupp's 110 wins at the World Women's.
Yeah, well, she was with the Finnish team that got a bronze medal at the Europeans. She was skipping that team, of course, and that was November 2015. So maybe on her way up.
Hey.
And even though that's still a pretty good shot, it's Germany lying 3, and they still have one more shot to throw.
Yeah, it looks really hard to actually cut them down to anything less than 3. We're having to actually bounce the Reds quite a bit and sit on top, not able to do so. See if Germany has a chance to maybe play a draw and get to the inside of the yellow. Maybe just snag a piece of the top of the 1 foot for 4.
Yeah, it looks like they can even just come to the yellow, maybe tap it back a little bit. If that might be easier than trying to find the 1 foot. Yep, this will be the last stone of the first end. Germany already sitting 3, and if this can curl enough, they have a chance for 4. Is it gonna be enough? Not quite. It's a good attempt, but and also a good result. 3 points for Germany in the first end. We will be shortly back with end number 2.
Jetzt war ein Tick zu langsam.
Ja, wobei du darfst ihn halt auf keinen Fall außen haben.
And we are back with the second end of play. The game between Finland and Germany. It was Germany off to a flying start with that score of 3 in the first end. So while waiting for this first shot to come down, Sander, can you update us on the other games going on this afternoon?
I sure can. A score of 3 for Germany might seem big, but Austria scored 5 against Slovenia on sheet A. We've seen USA pick up a single point against Belarus on center court. Lithuania also scores 1 on Sweden in the first end. And the last game to mention, Brazil, Russia. They're actually yet to play their last stone. I think it's on its way just now. It's Krushenitsky with a maybe tap to score a big bundle, but it looks like Brazil might have stolen 1. Indeed, 1 for Brazil after 1 end of play.
And on our sheet, Germany came up a little short with their first. Karlstad has put hers right on the tee line. It's in a nice spot, but maybe a little too deep. If Andrea Schupp can get a good freeze here, she won't have to be scared of those yellow counters.
Ja, was geht? Richtung!
And even though they're both up there doing their very best on the brush, it's not quite enough to get it further than the 8 foot, so still Finland sitting 2. But those reds can certainly be promoted. And Tomi Rantamäki was a little heavy on a few draws in the first end. Just need to pull the brakes a little bit. And put this in the front of the rings.
Andrea Schupp was dominating the World Women's in the late 80s with 4 medals in 4 years between 86 and 88, 89, sorry. She won in 88, and after that, not too many medals at the World Women's. But in 2010, they picked up a gold again. A bit of a surprise back then.
Yeah, that was the season they won both the Europeans and the Worlds. That same German team.
Schnell.
However, just as you like to call it, Sander, the fresh air experience. She goes right by all the 3 yellows. They might need to use their own reds on the intern side if they want to get to the yellows.
Sama!
Ei. Nousua tarvitaan. Ei. Annetaan nousta itsestä. Jos voima riittää, niin anna nousta vaan. Wow, wow, wow.
Finland actually making this shot a little easier. However, still sitting 4.
Yeah, not sure if you can get much more than 2 yellows at the house here, but if you can keep your shooter around, maybe even make the roll in behind cover, it'll certainly help you out. A big extension there from Schupp to get some extra weight down the ice. Don't think we'll be catching the inside of this. Still just the outside, and we'll just remove the 1 yellow, but we'll sit for 3rd and 4th shot, so it'll be hard for Finland to get that last yellow into count.
So einfach zu viel Eis. So schnell spielst, kippen es da erst runter.
Tilaan!
Tuu Harja! Tarvittaessa.
Onks pakko harjata? Annetaan nousta
Vedä
vaan.
nousua. Vedä
Calling Una Karlstad up to sweep.
Nousua. Nousua.
Trying to get as much curl as possible as Tomi Rantamäki will sit and watch the line.
Jatka omaa.
And good weight. They are sitting 3, but might be enough in the open so that Rainer Schupp can remove a couple of them.
Siinä Harjassa on vähän enemmän potkua vielä kuin tässä.
Wie? So?
So final stone for Germany. If Rainer Schupp can spill 2 of the yellows, they will be guaranteed to keep their lead after 2 ends. And he'll come close,
Sorry.
but he will leave Finland sitting 2, and it's possible that we're going to have a tied game.
Der war eigentlich auch eng, gell? Kommt nicht rein.
So that's typical mixed doubles, I guess. Take 3 and then give 3 right back to your opponent.
Yeah, no lead is ever safe.
Hyvä. Suunta riittää. Voima vaan. Ei, ei. Voima
So last stone of the second end, and no mistakes by Finland there. They will score 3 to even the game up after 2 ends. It's 3 each between Germany and Finland. And we are back with the third end. This is the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship of 2016. Also the first of 2 World Championships where teams can collect Olympic points for the Olympics in 2018. So we have 42 nations here in Karlstad competing for those very important points.
Joo.
This time pulling up just a wee bit short to Una Karlstad. I think that's probably better than in the first end where she ended up bumping the red and leaving the shooter well beyond tee.
Yeah, certainly. See, it now makes this draw for Rainer Schopp a little more difficult because that yellow one will be in their way a little bit rather than actually being quite helpful for them behind the tee line. And this one is moving hard towards the yellow. We'll just take off it a little bit.
Well, still usable there. Almost fully in the open.
And you can see tournament accuracy for Tommi Rantamäki is 75%. That's very good numbers for mixed doubles, and well, Finland are also 4-0, all wins. And 59% for Andrea Schopp. It's okay numbers in mixed doubles, but maybe not quite up there with the teams if you want to make it to playoffs. I think you need more than 65 or up in the 70s somewhere.
Well, she's done better at the seniors, where Germany has won 4 games, 1 loss. And up there with Scotland and USA in Group B, fighting for a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, certainly. She said that they were doing fine. She said she'd left the team today in the 6th end, tied the game without hammer, but she had to go for the mixed doubles game. So she has faith in the rest of the team, I guess. So a run back called by Finland. And almost second prize, I guess, but actually leaves that yellow now in the open. And Germany still with 2 red stones in the rings. And here is Adi Geiselhardt, coach for Team Germany. So you see it right there. It is possible for Andrea Schupp to get to nose here just with normal weight, normal takeout, and even get a little roll to the inside. Would sit really good for Germany. Chance here to lie 3. She's over curled a bit, gets rid of the yellow and rolls her shooter out. So a bit of a sigh of relief for Finland.
Mieluummin ottaisi tän pois ja rullaisi näin. Et jos tosta välistä pääsis tulemaan, se olisi hyvä. Mutta se on vähän siinä ja siinä näillä nousuilla. Tulla noja siihen. Se poisto ei välttämättä nouse niin paljon, että se jaksaa tän poistaa. Tuu harjaamaan. Vedetään tossa vähän.
Vähän jopa liikaa.
Liikaa mitä?
Liikaa voimaa. Kova.
Suunta hyvä. Nousua! Nousua!
Aika hyvä.
Kova! Kova! Kova!
Really important for Finland to get in the gap and to the shot stone here. Well, they were trying to get it to curl a little more to come to nose of the red.
Aika läheltä tuli suojaa.
Oona Karlstad just working this to make it curl as much as possible.
Paikka kivet. On se vähän kovakin tietty. Sekin vaikuttaa herkemmin näillä nousuilla.
And it was a good attempt, but as you can see there, I think it's still all available for Andrea Schupp. Maybe just play board weight. Could come as much as nose. Avoid removing the back red.
Ich habe gewusst, dass rund war.
She will make it good enough to sit 3, but as many times before, if you're back of the tee line, freeze is a very common go-to shot in mixed doubles, and I think they're all visible, so there might even be a triple available for Oona Karlstad. It's a chance to make all of them go.
Laita osumaan merkki!
So Finland's final shot in the third end. Chance to remove 3 red counters. But no, she is gonna wreck on the guard and actually leave Germany sitting 3. It's a tough mistake for Finland. And a great chance for Germany. They can just find the paint here really and pick up a score of 4.
Yeah.
sweeping this all the way, but it looks like it is going to be enough to get all the way into the
Das
rings.
ist mit der Auflage, ich glaub's ja nicht.
Good job by Andrea there. She gets it all the way into the rings, and that is a huge score of 4 for the Germany's team shop. They will lead the game 7-3. And happy faces after that end. We will be right back with end number 4.
Kurz gewesen. Ich hab gar nicht mehr gestoppt.
And I can tell you now, Sander, that we're going to get a chance to talk about power play. Would you care to tell us more about the situation that we're seeing right now?
Yeah, so Finland down 4, thinking we need to score a few points here and tie up the game before half-time. We're going to use the power play, which each team has one of per game. And you can only use it when you have the last stone advantage. You're going to move that center guard over to the corner guard, and that stone that's usually back 4 will be put directly in behind the corner in front of the tee line. And it really favors the team with last stone advantage, because you'll be able to get a few stones in behind the corner. And you can pretty much play this like a traditional curling end, and it could set you up for a big score. But this draw from Una Karlstad, a bit of a disaster, moving the corner and leaving a tight center guard for Germany. As around the ship thinking, let's hit the yellow, but Andrea Ship saying we can't yet. There's only 4 stones in play. There needs to be 5, or in other words, the 4th thrown stone of every end is when you're allowed to start hitting. So they're going to draw.
Yes, they are going to draw, and it's a bit of an unfortunate start for Finland, because the power play is really when you want to get the chance to move the play off the center line, spread the stones out a little bit, and get a multiple score. But with that stone from Una Karlstad, they've actually gotten everything towards the center line now instead.
Nice little draw to the top 4 from Andrea Ship. Well, you see most of that rock, so Tomi Rantamäki now probably playing a back ring weight to get to nose. Just trying to shuffle these red stones around, kind of push them back to tee, create a bit of a pocket. Can also just catch this one here high, push one of the reds back of the house and sit frozen on the top one. So a few options with this tap. Just important not to overthrow this one. Really important where you keep the shooter.
And I don't really think this is back ring weight, as it's curling a lot and actually moving towards the center guard. See if they can get both one in. I will just be the one that slides into the ring. And now Germany allowed to play the takeout. And just going to play a normal weight takeout here, try and get rid of the yellow one on the rings. I guess the frustrating thing about mixed doubles when you have the they skip in the house and you've thrown a takeout and then you just wish that someone was there to sweep it. But no disaster. She gets a nice roll. And Germany now with 3 red stones in the forefoot. And I believe this will be the run back. There's quite a big target. But important to stick that yellow one. And it's not curled enough. Won't actually remove any of the reds. Also loses the shooter.
Es muss halt, das Problem ist, sie dürfen halt nicht alle 3 wegbringen, weil der auch noch da ist.
Genau. Kannst auch einen davon.
Wobei ich grundsätzlich den gar nicht so schlecht finde.
Ja, ich auch.
Also eher ein bisschen versteckt sogar,
Ja.
oder?
Ja.
Okay.
I believe the call here is to put this about top of the 8 foot in front of those reds, line 4. Thinking Finland only has 2 stones left. It'd be hard for them to get them all going and bring that yellow stone top of the 12 foot into play.
Kurz!
Ja. Was geht's?
Calling this one short, but that would certainly
Was
be
geht's?
tolerable.
Was
Just
geht's?
don't want to overcurl and just leave a guard and leave the red ones open. So I think they'd like to bounce off a little.
Ja, wobei, so ist der nicht so schlecht.
They won't really do that.
Tut zumindest das andere Doppel weg.
Heute hat
Still
auf
gonna
keinen Fall
take a
zu
few
lange
stones for Finland to get
der
shot.
weggezogen, oder?
Ja, hat den Bogen gemacht.
Niin, siis se saisi jäädä tähän mieluummin. Sitten ne laittaa siihen suojan ja sitten se joutuu... Niin.
Millä me päästään tuohon?
Se pitää olla tämmönen takavalkoinen voima ja 1. Tuu harjaamaan. Se ei näy yhtään täältä, mutta jos me saadaan se taittumaan tuolta kauempaa, niin kyllä se sitten osuu. Joku takavalkoinen voima.
Läpi.
See if Tommi Rantamäki will be able to move a few of the reds. Just bounce them around. Try and leave the shooter in a good place, and working that for curl all the way actually ends up curling too much at just the last second. Still Germany sitting shot, but the yellow shooter not in a bad angle. It might actually stick on the back red if Germany makes a play on it. Here you see Oona Karlstad working it a little too good for curl. And it will just change direction in the last moment.
Ei tähän mennessä vielä ollut kohillaan.
Das Double kann das auch noch.
Ich denke, dass uns der dazwischen durchgeht.
Das glaube ich nicht.
Dass bloß der Fünfer liegen bleibt.
Ich meine, du kannst auch einen Takeout spielen, das ist mir egal.
Er hat halt 1000 Möglichkeiten, auch selbst wenn man die Guard spielt.
Denke ich jetzt nicht, weil wenn du da... Was hat er für eine Möglichkeit, wenn du ihn hier spielst? Was für eine Möglichkeit hat er?
Er kann über die linken Kanäle kommen.
Ja, dann macht er 2, aber wenn der nicht oben drüber weggeht, wie du denkst, dann macht er die auch.
So Rainer Schöpp thinks that the yellow one's going to go through the hole if they make a hit on it. Andreas not so convinced.
Und er irgendwie den wegbringt, dann zählt der auch noch am Schluss.
Gut, dann spielen wir die Guard. Hast du einen Plan wie?
Ha?
Hast du einen Plan für die Guard? Mit welchem Eis?
Ich meine, die Guard geht sogar dann noch, wenn sie hier liegt. Weil er bringt nie im Leben beide weg. Alles, was ein bisschen hier liegt, ist gut.
Okay,
Der kann sogar bis hier dran zur Not.
okay.
Rainer Schöpp just asking if there's a plan B by throwing the guard, and Andrea just saying, well, if you come into the house, might not be so bad. Freeze your own shot stone, or even freeze the inside of the yellow, perhaps.
Wobei eben
So
eher mit
you might
viel
see
Eis
Rainer
der
play this a little tight to the rings, just
Alles.
instead of leaving it too long. I don't think you can get, put this in too bad of a spot. Just make sure you're on the right side of the center line, really.
Keine Richtung.
This one is wide, really wide. So Andrea Schöpp working this one for Karl to get it in. They'll see how much this can swing at the end, needing to come a little bit closer to the center line. Is it going to be enough? Definitely going to leave a hole for Finland.
Yeah, and there will be a shot for 2 off their own. So hit the inside of that yellow and would be enough to also push the red one out to the side. Could leave Finland with 2 yellow counters.
Is it not possible almost to play this really, really hard and get all 3 reds going and bring that top yellow stone into play?
Yeah, that's... I think it's possible. Not sure it's the plan.
Nousu! Nousu! Kova!
She's got quite a bit of weight though.
Hyvä.
Good enough for 2.
So a good shot by Oona Karlstad. Finland did use their power play, and it did result in a score of 2. 4 ends played here this afternoon as we get a replay of that really nice double by Oona Karlstad.
Onko se tauko?
And 4 ends played, so that would be half the game. Sander is going to give us an update on the other sheets, and then we're going to be back with the highlights and the second half.
Taking a look around, we'll see Lithuania with a 4-shots-to-1 lead over Sweden. We have Russia with a 3-shots-to-1 lead over Brazil. It is USA picking up 3 singles against Belarus, so they're up 3-0. And Austria are 8-shots-to-3 up on Slovenia, and I believe the umpire is just putting up some points for the 4th end as well. And it looks like Austria will score another 3, so they're going to lead that game 11-shots-to-3 after 4 ends of play. So taking a look at some of the highlights from those first 4 exciting ends of play between Germany and Finland. And it's Germany already lying 3. Rainer Schaap trying to get to the inside of this yellow and tap it far enough to score 4. Pretty close, but didn't have enough weight there. And it will be 3. But a good start for the Germans. In the second end, it was Finland with a chance to draw and score 3 right back. Perfect draw by Una Karlstad to get to the forefoot, and it's a tied game after 2 ends of play. And in the third end, 3 red stones already in around the 8-foot area. Rainer Schaap only needing to find full tailfoot. Will get onto his red stone, score 4. A big 7 shots to 3 lead for Germany after 3 ends of play. And then Finland using their power play in the 4th end. Didn't quite get the play in around the corner, but in the end, Una Karlstad with a chance to play a little hit and roll tap sort of thing to score 2, and she will. So after 4 ends of play, it is Germany still leading, but now only with a 2-point lead.
Is it impossible is it possible, I was going to say, to steal 2 points or more?
I'd say very much so. We're seeing a lot of steals in mixed doubles play. So even this year with the new rules, I don't think that's changed too much. And I think Finland still has a very good chance of winning. You just need to be a little more precise.
Yeah, so far we've seen some really, really great shots from the German team, and just the odd mistake here and there from Finland, and that's enough in mixed doubles with only five stones to play, and those 2 pre-placed. Just a 1 mistake can punish you really hard. So Una Karlstad finished the first half really good, and she will start the second half on the same form, putting her first stone right on the center. And this is Rainer Schaap. He'd like to corner freeze the yellow, but looks like this maybe has a little extra speed. It's actually gonna go flying through the entire house. So Finland will try and set up a steal here. And it's sitting quite good for them already. Tommi Rantamäki, if he could draw another one. Perfect on the nose here. And Germany's gonna need to clean things up. Certainly coming up a little short would also be okay. It's a really nice draw over curls, just a slight fraction. Germany will need to have a think now, and they're going to take the guard off, which is probably a wise call. Now Tommy to replace the guard. Sometimes it's even harder to put up the perfect guard than the perfect draw,
Nousu!
Metri!
Nousu!
just because it's another path.
Kova! Kova!
You're so used to playing down to the forefoot. That's a really good attempt. I don't think, well, Germany will be able to see the yellow ones in the rings, but
Geht so raus.
not all of them.
Die liegen nicht in einer Linie.
Andrea gonna go and have a look at the situation in the rings.
Ist die Frage, mit welcher Länge, ja? Ist die Frage, mit welcher Länge. Ja, muss ich schon schneller, weil der bleibt immer an dem hängen. Das den, ja, sonst probieren wir den, wenn offen ist, ist auch gut. Ja.
I think being a skip in her women's team, you're probably gonna want to have a look in the rings. It's always used to seeing the situation before throwing.
I thought I would play less weight here and just get to nose and tap things around. But they've actually just peeled the center guard.
Metri!
Ei,
And Tommy can replace it.
ei.
I did like to cross center line just a little bit more
Metri!
Pitää
to make
nousta.
that shot that you were talking about, Sander, a little bit more difficult.
3 metriä!
Näyttäisi, että on pesäs jo. Mut nousu, nousu,
Etupunainen.
nousu, nousu.
Huonot huudat, mutta suunta oli kohdalla.
Well, big weight from Andrea Schupp, looking to spill some yellows. Pretty good shot there.
It's a very good shot and also releases all the backing. So Finland's sitting one, but it's a lot more open now for Germany.
Der braucht, bis er kalt. Wir wollten halt nicht rund machen, weil oben rüber ist auch schlecht.
It's a really important shot. Germany with hammer needed to leave themselves an opportunity to score. It's one stone remaining for Finland. I believe they're going to draw another one in there. Coming up short is okay. That would force, maybe force Rainer Schupp to draw the forefoot. Just remembering he put his first draw through the rings. So I think they would rather have him
Pidä suoran puolella, jos ei oo
playing the
voima.
draw than the hit.
Voima vaan. Suunta tosi hyvä.
Hieno!
So she put this in a good place. What do you see, Sander, for Germany now?
Well, the way how they line up, it might not be so easy for Germany to
Glaube ich nicht,
make
aber
the run double. I'm thinking you can smack this red stone with some weight. They might just jam, and getting to the inside of the shot zone pretty hard too. I'm sure they're just going to play a high hard one on the top red. Although we are down to the last stone, so they might just try and draw.
Schwierig. Schon so, oder?
So you play the hit to give up
Weiß nicht, wo
one,
hast du vorhin gespielt?
you play the draw to score one, but
Muss halt rechtzeitig
then a
anfangen
tiny
mit dem
risk
Wischen.
to
Muss
give
einfach
up a
mit der
steal of
Linie
two.
sein. Der ist schnell.
And calling this heavy out of his hand. But it's quite far out there, so it might grab some fresh pebble and start to bend. Playing against two Germany, trying to score one. And they will come really close.
Yellow, yeah.
It is a steal of one for Finland. Good attempt there by Rainer Schapp, but Finland will close the gap a little bit. And after 5 ends of play, score is Germany 7, Finland 6.
Älyttömästi nousi toi kivi tuolta. Ihan mieletön.
Ei noissa niinku...
Kovan oloinen, mutta tää oli vähän nihkeämpi puoli.
Joo. Suora.
So after all of those big scores in the first 3 ends,
Kova! Kova nyt!
it's now quite the close game between Finland and Germany. Finland, of course, I think they would like to steal again here. Karlstad just comes up way shorter than they planned. And now leaves 2 center guards.
Aika hyvä.
Suora, suora! Kova! Kova!
Vähän hidas!
Jatka tökkikiveen. Okay.
Mehr!
Jetzt! So. Jetzt kommt er. Ja! Fest!
See if Germany can be the first team to actually find the paint
Ja, komm, Schoppe!
in end number 6. It will be Andrea Schapp to do so. She puts up a really nice draw. Just top of the 4 foot. But those top guards, they're frozen, so they could be run down, but I think the yellow guard closest to the rings might be in the way. So with the draw here, Sander, what can Finland do?
Well, it might be hard to get shot stone. Ideally, maybe just move the top red slightly.
Niin on paljon kovempi. Läpi.
Can't really afford to give away too many points for Germany, so needing to get in there somehow. We'll end up getting to the back red. I think it's more important to move the top red stone there. Kind of open up the 1 foot for them.
Yeah, Germany with shot stone. And they're going to go after the yellow one, just played by Tomi Rantamäki.
I guess the only problem with playing a tap on the top stone for Finland, if it left Germany sitting two, they might have put a guard on. So with being shot stone, at least they're forcing Germany to come after it. Now maybe a chance for them to well, maybe play the hit and roll back here to get shot stone. Sanjay, I was hoping to either roll in behind cover there or to the open wing or in behind the corner. And just kind of left it in the middle of things. Pretty much helping Finland at this point.
Yeah, that happens so often when you know that it's good if I roll this way and it's also good if I roll that way, that you just end up with in between shot.
Well, when you don't have sweepers, that's kind of what happens sometimes. So a bit of a key shot here for Tomi Rantamäki. Germany with last stone line 3, needing to make this hit and roll. A good hit and roll here could set up for another steal too. Oh, really good hit and roll by Rantamäki. Has it rolled too far though?
Well, from this angle, it looks like it's still red.
Was kann er denn noch machen? Ja, er kann noch einen so hinspielen.
Genau.
Aber das ist noch schwieriger, wenn der noch da ist.
Aber das ist jetzt, wenn wir jetzt einen Träger spielen und die Guard treffen, haben wir ein Problem.
Das ist richtig, ja. Geht's denn das noch hier?
Und wenn wir bis daher spielen,
Ja, wenn ich dann aber irgendwo vorne bin, hat er das Double.
den hat er nämlich auch noch.
Ich weiß. Ja, sollen wir es versuchen, oder?
Von der Seite nicht.
Aber ich komme ja maximal bis daher. Wenn ich dann dem angehe und daher hole, hat er dann easy Double, gell?
Das ist recht.
Das hat aber immer egal, wo ich hinspiele.
Also wir spielen doch.
Schau mal, wie ich ihn von unten sehe. Also ich sehe ihn so.
Sollen wir so spielen?
Andrea Schepp just going up to the hack to see how much she can see of that yellow stone. They're discussing two options here, either maybe coming down to freeze the yellow or actually just try and tap it out of the house. And I think that's what they're going for in the end. Taking some ice, so maybe just a controlled weight here. Needing to bend just slightly around the guard to catch a piece of that yellow stone.
Yeah, don't actually want to hit too much of it because they want to roll out.
Richtung! Ja.
But look at this sander. I think they've even
Das war mir
opened
jetzt
the
einfach zu heiß. Ich wollte ihn schnell
opened the
und
shot
runterhauen.
stone up.
Sorry.
That's a bit of a problem.
And not the right tolerance for line.
Also,
Sehän riittää, että se tökkää se tänne.
Joo. Hakke.
Suunta hyvä. Nousu! Nousu! Ei! Jop! 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 Ei oo.
And Ona Karlstad gets a good one. Could be a double still here for Germany to pick up a score of 2. But if they don't play perfect, it's a good jam.
Yeah, just rolled a couple of inches too far there, Karlstad. But if she rolled a few more inches, the double would be even easier. As Raunership ever catches us too high, you might just jam both yellows and leave a steal of 2.
Yeah, it's important here. Last stone of the 6th end. Germany needing a double. They could pick up 2, but it will jam just the 1. And all of a sudden, Sander, after 6 ends, it's a tied game
nehmen wir mal das Powerplay, oder?
between Finland and Germany. The score is now 7
Schneller spielst, kommt
each.
nicht mehr so.
One yellow.
Wenn du schneller spielst, kommt nicht mehr so. Das war nur- Ja, mei, wenn das so viel Eis war. Also, ich weiß ja nicht.
Mä vetän nyt ton powerplayn, niin tilanne on tasan. Ihminen voi antaa. Kahdellakin vielä niinku ollaan hengissä. Pitää itse ottaa kakkaa. Tai sit se voi laittaa joka keskelle pesää eteen. Koska jos me laitetaan keskipäällä, niin kiekkää sinne taakse. Jos me laitetaan pesään, niin ei voi kiertää taakse. Sitten me
So we are back with end number 7. 7 points each also between Germany and Finland. The game has been a little back and forward, and Germany has elected to put up power play. I think with the aim of scoring a multiple before the final end of the game. And remember, Finland's already used their power play.
Suoraan!
So the strategy here for Finland was to draw to the center of the rings. What different options do you have for that first shot with power play?
Well, by drawing to the top 4, I'm assuming they're maybe putting up a center guard to the next one. 2 calls I kind of like is either taking the corner guard, so you don't take it to the boards as usual, but you actually take it towards the center line. And that yellow stone can either be a center guard for you, or even you can punch it into the top 12. Another bit of a cheeky call. It's actually coming around the corner guard, and if you have the perfect weight, you can tap that stone just out of the rings. As we'll see around the ship with a bit of a disastrous shot here, ends up tapping the corner guard, almost corner frozen onto that red stone.
Der war 2,7.
That's not exactly how you want to use your power play.
No, I think Finland's pretty happy where that yellow one ended up.
Suunta hyvä.
Puoliväli!
Ei, voima vaan.
61% for Tommi Rantamäki so far in the game, not quite up to scratch with the rest of the games he's played.
Nousee ihan
Remember,
tarpeeksi.
he played 75% overall coming into the game.
Oho,
This one also over curling just a wee bit.
keskilinjat selvästi.
Toi mun määriskin nousi niinku.
Yeah, just like in a regular game of curling, the team without hammer, trying to keep the play towards the center line.
Ja, na, dann spiel man ab.
So, Andrea Schupp with the takeout on the yellow. I think this needs to curl a little bit, but it's starting to bend. She'd really like to keep her shooter, and she will. She will, though, just roll out a little bit, so the roll back will still be there for Finland, and they will keep sitting too.
Vähän kovempi jo. Nousu.
Ihan hyvä.
Ei,
Nouseeks liikaa?
ei. Nousu! Nousu! Jatka omaa!
So attempting to roll back, and will make it to center line. It's the first team that gets the perfect roll here is definitely gonna be the team that puts some pressure on. I think that's a pretty good shot by Germany, but I do believe that red is also wide open.
Näin päin.
Yeah, just make a hit here, maybe a touch on the inside. You'll see that red stone catch a piece of the yellow. That yellow might fly onto the red stone on the wing, and you might see both those reds fly at the house. And you can even get the roll with the shooter in behind the center guard.
Sanoisin, että merkki saa olla tuossa suojapunosen vasemmassa laidassa. Nousua! Kova! Ei! Suora! Suora!
Just like you said, Sander, they don't play it hard enough to actually spill the red one, though.
Tässä nyt kun näki miten ne käyttäytyi.
Finland sitting 2.
Ei, kun olisi antanut nousta enemmän. Niin toi olisi vienyt ehkä ton punaisen pois jopa. Ja Pomo olisi ollut suojan takana. Mutta jälkiviisaus on aina parempi kuin etukäteen.
So Germany now going to try and get shot stone in behind the center guard.
Ja.
Giving up the corner play just a little bit and trying to make sure that they score, possibly 2. This one, not enough weight.
Der ein Abflug. Das ist schon das zweite Mal, ja? Das war darauf das auch.
Finland's still lying 2.
Gibt's ja gar nicht.
Niin. Mun mielestä tullaan sillä samalla merkillä.
Joo.
Mä tuun Harjaan.
So, with their final stone of the 7th end, it's now a possibility for Finland to draw in and lie 3,
Aber der hat darauf das auch schon den Bogen gemacht.
make it difficult for Rainer Schöpp to score in this end for Germany.
Mun perässä. Niin, että jos tarvii, niin...
Joo.
Voima hyvä. Anna se, Hari. Tässä on niinku...
Vaikuttaa lujalta.
Tää on kova.
Hynä! Ei tuu nousee. Sorry.
Oona Karlstad apologizing there for just playing that draw too heavy.
Se oli vaan kova.
Won't be enough to sit 3 or to make it a lot more difficult for Rainer. He still has basically the entire 8 foot to score 1, but still good by Finland to keep them to a score of 1 after an end of power play. We quite often see multiple scores.
Also eher ein Tick langsamer, aber im Prinzip okay. Ist eigentlich so wie vorher.
And it will be Rainer Schöpp for Germany that has the last stone in end number 7. Facing 2 yellow counters, but it's enough with the entire 8 foot to score the 1 point for Germany. Andrea not touching this, but think it's safe to say that it's good enough, and Germany will score 1. They will lead the game with 1 point with 1 more end to go. We will be shortly back with the final end of this very exciting game between Germany and Finland.
Richtung ist gut.
So Rainer Schupp happy with the line of his first draw of the 8th end. It is Germany 1 point up. Finland needing a multiple score to win the game. And Germany will be fighting for a steal.
Onko kova?
En tiedä, jouduin vähän työntää, kun tajusin, että ei oo kova.
Nousua! Nousua! Kova! Tuulta tosi hyvä. Paina, paina. Ei. Hieno hetki.
Joo, tajusin kun ponnistin, että ai niin, tää oli tää hidas puoli. Te laittaa vähän lisää.
Joo. Otetaan ton heitosta aika, jos sillä olisi vähän enemmän kierrettä.
Ist welcher?
Das ist der Dreier.
Ja. Das geht.
Oh, very nice shot by Andreas Schupp there. Just tapping that Yellowstone up a few inches, sitting on top.
Der Herr Bundestrainer schaut nicht einen Stein. Für der Rät-
5 stones played,
kriegt von
so
dem Spiel überhaupt nichts
if
mit.
Finland wanted to peel the center guard, they could.
Ja, dafür wird er bezahlt und
Yeah, both teams with plenty of time, I would say. 22 minutes in total of thinking time for mixed doubles play.
da tut der Christoph
So-
fast leid.
That would be 2 minutes and 45 seconds per end.
Joo, sit laittaa suojan sinne.
So both teams have a little time to think things through in the final end.
Koita siirtää sitä. Ne kuitenkin joutuu heittämään sen seuraavan siihen. Jos ei se ole yhtä hyvä, niin me voidaan jotain tehdä. Niin varmaan saa olla semmonen takapunainen voima. Ehkä jopa hakkikin. Eikä se katastrofi, vaikka se vähän tohon hipasee, kunhan se menisi tonne. Mä jostain tosta tuharjaamaan. Joo.
Well, Finland, of course, wanting to go for a score of 2 here. So looking to come into the forfeit and trying to set that up for them.
Eli siirretään se tonne oikealle puolelle vaan.
Joo. Takasininen.
Suora! Suora! Kovaa!
Takateemaa!
Kovaa!
Teemaa!
Hei! Oma jatkuu! Se on ihan ok P-vaihto.
Oh, they won't peel the guard, but they will touch it.
Keskusta auki.
Doesn't move it so much though, but the shooter spills into the rings. And Germany has called a
ja, der hat
timeout.
1000 Möglichkeiten, ihn wegzubringen. Bei den rechten Gelben. Aber alles, was ich ihm dran spiele, hilft ihm im Prinzip.
Wenn er dumm liegt, ja.
Also wenn er so liegt, ist ganz scheiße. Wenn er so liegt, ist im Prinzip auch scheiße. Was macht er, wenn wir Regard machen?
Wenn die gerade gut liegt, hat er ein Problem, dann wird er versuchen drauf zu hauen.
Wobei, was macht er denn, wenn wir den hierher spielen?
Da, wenn er liegt, wird es ihm wurscht sein, weil die zwei besser sind.
Ja, aber ich habe ja dann auch. Ich habe noch wie viel?
So coach Adi Geiselhardt is down by the ice, and we're gonna listen in.
Alternativ kann man nur da hinten spielen.
Da geht wieder das Double. Also der müsste dann, wenn schon, fast bis hierher.
Die Karte spielen.
Ich weiß es auch nicht.
Wenn die Karte spielen. Das heißt, wenn er rauszwicken kann, dann haben wir immer noch die Möglichkeit,
Den
dann
anzufriesen
und die
spielen,
Karte
ja.
liegt dann weg.
Das heißt aber, die Guard schon so oder eher weiter weg. Also gleiche Höhe wäre gar nicht so schlecht, oder?
Einzig ist, wenn du es über den da
Ich
machst.
weiß schon. Was machen wir?
Mir egal.
Dann spielen wir so, oder?
Spielen wir so.
Well, it didn't feel like Adi was allowed to really get too much involved in that conversation.
Well, that's it's quite often the case too with the really experienced curlers. You just want time to stop the clocks for a little bit and have a longer discussion amongst yourselves.
Of course, Andrea Schipp with 19, well over 500 international games, and Rainer Schipp being the coach for all of them. I think there's enough experience for them to make a call here.
Yeah, they probably already have had so many timeouts together with Rainer as a coach.
Well, Adi Geiselhardt has played a couple of World Senior Championships, and has also been their alternate when they've been playing the European Mixed Curling Championships a couple of times.
Ja, mei, weil er so abschmiert. Gott, Mensch. Ja doch, das regt mich schon auf.
Yep, but timeout not doing them that much good, because the guard did not curl enough.
Pitäisi olla niin kovalla. Ja jos tulee niin kovalla, että oma jää tähän, niin silloin tääkin lähtee pois. No, ei sekään...
Pitää jostain siirtää vaan tänne. Okei, niillä on koko ajan tossa toi nuijan paikka.
Niin. Et sitten tääkin olisi yksi, että olisi vaan näin. Jolloin toi jää tohon. Mut se on paljas ja meillä on tuo suojan takana yksi. Se voisi olla... Hetkinen, meillä on 2 heittoa jäljellä. No. Sitten ne suojaa tota.
Onko meillä 3 heittoa jäljellä? Sä oot heittänyt vasta 1. Kyllä?
Joo, hyvä. Meillä on 3. No sitten voisi tehdä sen, että tullaan vaan noin.
Joo. Mikä voima?
Siihen voisi tulla. On tärkeää saada tää täältä takaa pois. Riittävän kauas tosta. Sanotaan tänne asti vähintään. Eli joku 12 tai hakki.
Mä tässä heittää.
Joo.
Tuuharjan.
Joo, tuuharjan. Katon täältä.
Still plenty of time for both teams, even with just a few shots to come in the 8th end. And Finland, I think, need to move their red. I think the question was just where to roll, where to try and leave your shooter.
100% sure, but I think they were discussing to maybe kind of tap this on the nose, sit frozen on the red, and then try and split their own yellows. Kind of create a big hole that that red stone can come through on the next shot. But we'll see.
Takatee.
Jop. Hei!
Takavalkoinen.
Nousua! Nousua! Kovaa! Ei jatku! Ei jatku!
Well, it doesn't quite create a big enough hole for that red to come through, I think. So maybe hoping to spill those yellows in the back a little more. Create some more space. That red stone might just jam on those back yellows now. As I think Germany maybe just throwing a guard.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to try and force Finland to 1 for the extra, so they might as well just go all in for the steal. That would win them the game.
Well, this comes up a bit heavy perhaps, and we'll take off that corner. Slip into the 8-foot, leave that yellow stone just thrown by Tomi Rantamäki, fairly open.
Yeah. So Finland can actually now tap that red one back. Maybe sit 1 or 2.
I'm not sure what you do with the shooter here though. Do you catch just a thin piece of it and try and roll the shooter deep or in behind the corner guard there?
I think that would be ideal.
Very hard to sit in front, that's for sure. So maybe just catch a piece of the top yellow.
Tarviiks nousta?
Suunta hyvä. Jop. Jop. Yeah!
Really starting to make a move, needing to pass the red stone of the top 8, and not going to do that. Just ticking off it, and it's pretty much left the same situation that we had 2 shots ago. We'll see if Germany elects to just throw the center guard again.
I think the center guard would be the option that they have left now. Just take your chances, go for the steal.
So last one for Germany to plug the hole. See if Rainer Schipp has or is able to keep his nerves in check.
Noch hat keine Linie. Jetzt kommt
Calling this one heavy and starting to make a big dive towards the center line. Is there any chance to save this shot perhaps? Is it going to cover the top yellow enough? Oh, maybe barely. Well,
yeah, now the question, is there a shot for 2?
well, I think the shot they were playing, if the guard was there, is the slash on the wild winger to try and pick the shot stone, but having opened that yellow, I think they're going after it. Not sure if it's for 2 though. Gotta make sure not to catch this one too thin. Might just jam on the one on the back yellow. Maybe you can keep the shooter around to score 2. Looks pretty difficult. This might just be for 1. And every other game is finished, so all eyes on Una Karlstad here for the last stone.
Yeah, this could be the last stone of the game. She can somehow score 2 with this. She's trying to get this to curl now as much as possible. And what has she got?
Oh, boy.
Oh, she's picked it off. And that is a score of 2 for Finland. Big drama here in the final end. And Finland will remain undefeated. So far, 5 wins for them.
Oh, wow. I don't think that was the plan, to be perfectly honest. But you could hear Tomi Rantamäki when there's just a few meters left. He called Una Karlstad off, saw that option to take it, just pick it out. See here, called her off at the end to get past and just pick that redstone clean out. I don't think anyone was looking at that option. And I think the Finnish players might have just apologized a wee bit to Germany there for how that game ended, but that is a good win, or an important win for Finland. And of course a little upsetting for Germany. They played a really good game. They had a big lead after three, just couldn't quite hold it. Let Finland back in the game, but really looked like they were going to steal in that 8th end. Well, there you have it. Final score, 9 shots to 8 for Finland. We'll be giving you some highlights from that very exciting game, and we'll have a chance to talk to Rantamäki and Karlstad. As I'll just run through the scores in the Röfbergs Arena with you one more time. We had Lithuania taking a 4 in the 7th against Sweden. They win 10 shots to 4. Russia will beat Brazil 8 shots to 2. We had USA pick up a win against Belarus 8 shots to 6. And Austria dominated Slovenia 13 shots to 4. You can see the ice makers already out preparing for the next draw. And on the broadcast tonight at 9 o'clock, we'll have another game for you. It's China against Canada. That should be a really good one. 2 good teams battling it out on Sheet Alpha. And now highlights. First end between Germany and Finland. It is Germany lying 3 already. Rainer Schöpp looking to get inside the cielo, tap it far enough to score 4. Just didn't have quite enough weight, but a score of 3 nonetheless for the Germans. In the second end, it would be Finland with a chance to score 3 back, already lying 2. And it's Una Karlstad with the outturn draw. The sweeper's delight, as this one will settle down in the forfeit for 3 and the tied game after 2. But in the third, Germany lying 3. Rainer Schöpp just needing to hit the paint really to score 4. Some good sweeping from Andreas Schöpp brings it in. And Germany would be up 7 shots to 3 after 3 ends of play. A high-scoring game so far. In the fourth, Rainer Schöpp's guard not curling enough, leaving a hole for Una Karlstad to come through to make this a little in-off to score 2. Well played, and they're clawing back, but still down 2 on the Germans. After half-time, in the 5th end, Finland lying 2 after a nice draw by Una Karlstad. Rainer Schöpp coming out wide, but ends up catching some curl in the end. Very close to getting there, but it will be a steal of 1 for Finland. Now only the 1 point separating the teams. In the 6th, Rainer Schöpp with last stone, looking for a double to score 2. Just hanging wide a wee bit though, and doesn't quite pull it off. Will jam one of the yellows. Another steal for Finland, now tying up the game at 7 each. While in the 7th end, Germany using their power play didn't quite get things going. Rainer Schöpp needing to draw for 1 and will find the forfeit with ease. And Germany would be up 1 after 7 ends of play, coming into the final end, where we saw Germany sitting 1 and Una Karlstad looking to play a tap up on the yellow, perhaps only for 1. Coming up a little wide, halfway down, Tomi Rantamäki calling her off and actually picking that redstone clean off the button. Not maybe the plan, but good enough for a win. Final score, Finland 9, Germany 8.
So that was really exciting. Just tell us about that last shot, please.
Well, I think that Tommy can tell you more.
Okay, we were trying to make a nice tap with a hack weight, but when I realized that the shot is a little bit heavy and it's never going to curl that much, I thought that very short rock can be seen maybe 5 millimeters or something like that. So we tried to get it by our own stone, and we managed to do that, but that was unintended.
It was still a really, really nice shot. Would you have been able to score 2 with the hack weight?
Yeah, that was possible, but well,
It wasn't easy.
it wasn't easy anyway.
Yeah. No, it was still such a great finish to an exciting game, and you're still undefeated, top of your pool. What's your goals now looking forward?
Well, one game by one game, and let's see what happens, how to go like this.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
You.